Yep, we bring 2017 to an end with a review of the most important stories of the past year. Now, for me, it's not the stuff that happened. It's the stuff that didn't happen. For example, I wasn't sworn in as the 45th president. I got passed over again for People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, this time for Blake Shelton. I wasn't selected for Time magazine's Man of the Year. And I didn't win an Oscar, an Emmy, a Grammy, a Tony, or even a Golden Globe. No Pulitzer Prize either. Nobel Peace Prize, not even nominated. But one great thing did happen. I landed here on TBN for this wonderful show that launched in October. And as far as I'm concerned, People and Time and those other awards can keep giving their accolades to someone else, because I'm happy to be right here. Now, while there have been a lot of important stories, the one theme that has shaped this year in a big way is the question as to whether America has one set of rules for all of us, or if we've come to the place where some people are held to a different standard than those who hold powerful positions. Let's face it, when you attend a football game and your team gets beat, it hurts, but if the game is played fairly, you accept the loss. But when the guys in the striped shirts put on a team jersey and they start helping the opposing team cheat their way to victory, you get rightfully angry. An FBI agent who texted anti-Trump messages and pro-Hillary messages was the same guy who investigated both Hillary and Trump. And something stinks worse than sauerkraut cooking on a propane stove in a single-wide trailer with that. Some of these folks have cooked sauerkraut on a propane stove in a single-wide. Now, whether you love or hate President Trump, surely you want any so-called investigation to apply the same standards to anyone and everyone. If you miss something on your tax returns, the IRS can come after you and destroy you. But if you're former IRS official Lois Lerner, you can use your government power to destroy conservative, pro-life, and pro-Israel groups. But instead of getting prosecuted, you get a taxpayer-funded pension and even have the audacity to ask that the government keep all of your crimes secret so the public won't be mad at you. Well, what would happen if you lied under oath? If you used other people's money to hide your sexual harassment toward women, or if you lied about your biography to get ahead in your job? Well, if you're Hillary Clinton, Republican Congressman Blake Farenthold, or Senator Elizabeth Warren, I'll tell you what happens. Nothing happens. And it's the duplicity of the application of law that makes so many people furious. I've never met someone who thought that being elected to a position of power justified not having to play by the same rules as the little people who pay the taxes to keep the people in their powerful jobs. Now, we are indeed divided about a lot of things in America, but I truly hope that we are united in our disgust and repulsion that some people don't play by the same rules as us. I've got a lot of hopes for 2018, but one of them is a simple hope, that Lady Justice would blindly judge by the simple word of the law instead of sitting on the scales to tip them in someone's favor. Because when the law doesn't work for the least among us, it doesn't work for any of us, and our great republic teeters near collapse. Well, imagine working, visiting, wanting to go to school in Washington, D.C., and it was a criminal act for Americans. Well, our last president helped create a UN resolution that made it a criminal act for Jewish people to work, study, or even pray in historic Jewish sites in Jerusalem. There was no outcry from other nations or from the world press. President Trump's recent recognition of Jerusalem as the historic and undivided capital of Israel created shockwaves across the globe. But it was also cause for celebration for the Jewish people. I recently traveled to Israel, sat down and spoke with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on the importance of this act by our president.